Well, hello guys. I'm in my mom's car. Wait. Oh, I forgot about Brawl. Boy used to be my friend. My friend. Flip, I should text him. Like, what happened to him? Oh, I forgot which one it is. It's like him. Yes, this guy. Wait. Do you see like this other guy? Wait. No, I got it wrong. Oh my god, I forgot his name. I've got him followed. What esports? Anyway, let's just go into the video. You guys are probably bored if you're watching.
Yo guys, what's up? Fluffy Toy Card here. And you're gonna get wrecked. No. So what should I do? Let's see what's it. So do this.
Check out my headshot!
Actually, can you press the
Yeah, I'm Slim Shady, you sound the real Shady, you other Slim Shadys are just imitators and what? The real Slim Shady. I said Shady boy. Hey, I got it. I haven't hit it. No. I hit someone once and I've died twice. I just needed one more clear. I got a big one again. Gee, no. Well, there's me with my god accuracy. I'll tell you the one the best of. I thought it was just chilling like this. You never know. You need to come to kill that. Yeah, we've lost. We got. Yeah. Oh my god, that guy's cool. I got that kill. Leon. What? Yeah, this is unfair. I didn't even. Oh my god, I almost got it. And guess what? I'm not going to quit. YouTube's a bunch of times my YouTube channel.
Right.
Goodbye, yeah! No. I'm lagging a bit. I got detonated. What detonated? Oh, that's flash. Look at that fight. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. That beam is really good. No! Oh, it's good. Time shot. This is the one I'm winning this trade. He just spun. Why are they pushing so hard? Jeez. Yeah, come in. Yeah, come in. Oh, no, no. Oh, I hit! Wow. I didn't even spawn in, that's just sad. Now my content is gonna be amazing, like Russia's content, like quality content. And right now all I'm watching is that. Hey, we're winning. We're double the pack, we're double them the next one. Yeah, you really will. The Piper died, then it's Let me kill you. My phone is died at home. It was standing from the screen. I can stop playing. Yeah, that's good. We're not in a really good team. Wait, all go left. Oh, let's all just go left again. That was so fun. Oh, we're getting doubled though. Oh, I just wrecked him! Oh my god! Wait, who like it? Oh my god, I killed him. Ooh, a rose! I tiny wrecked Rosa and shed it close range. Miss, no. Yeah. No, the super no way, that's gonna be that. It was. Who cares? I'm in the bed. No. Wow. Oh, no. Ooh. Go on, he's ready. So yeah, Yeah. Tick, tick, tick. I swear, this is either like the best combo or we're just like the best team. Oh no 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 no! Woo! You like the team? No, the dog was in the bowl. Oh, that still got him. Got him. I bet he down one. Told you. It's just that down. There's no way. He's gonna hide right. Oh, he didn't do it. Where is he? Oh, he didn't do that, dude. Number one. So yeah. Let's go! Me and my turret, we're doing this! You know my turret? That's my favorite turret. Turret came in the clutch. I'm the best. I bet. Just not. No, the tiger. It's not. But it's something. Joker. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I knew it, yeah. You know what I didn't tell us he's saying. Like, no one knows. Ha! Got you! No, I died! Ha 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 ha. Yeah, take that Rico, ha ha. Ha. Yes! Let's do this! We've got a Rosa this time. Let's see. Oh, well, there was a two. to you. Yeah. I know you win. Hey! Penny Splash can do loads of damage. It's actually insane. They're close to it. Look at that. I want to get close to it because I'm gonna. Oh! That'd be good. Oh, what was so bad? What was it? I think. I'm definitely guys, if you watch then actually comment down below and tell me if I'm good with things. Actually want to mess with my turret. Actually want to. That's what you mean, mess with my turret. Okay. Ooh, no. Jeez. I'm gonna come in clutch. My birthday is good. My God, Piper. Rico. Try that again and see if I can get it. Very much considered to happen. It's just a thing that happens. get off the bad start, but actually demolish one at the end because you have to get this in. No! Go on, turret. Do it. Oh, it's not. Yeah. I thought it'd be able to. No, we both died. That's just, I don't even know. Oh, the country. Oh no, ha 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 ha. Yeah, ha. Oh, the clown. Oh, the piper. Oh no, oh no. How cool is this? Let me see how many times I got. 37? Yay! Yay! I'm getting a mega box. I honestly. So those. Wait. Is that? Yeah. Stop. Thank you. I bet no one's watching. Hold on, I'll go on YouTube quick. Oh, I don't play chess anymore. Used to. I saw that video and I was like, what's it called? How long was Jonesy in that cave? Jonesy. So I'm streaming right now. Like, how do you... Wait, hold on. How to start a YouTube channel? Well, here you go. Yes.
So all of us want to grow our influence here on YouTube, but how do you do that if you're starting from scratch with 0 subscribers?
In this video, we're going to be sharing 7 tips on how to do that, and one of the biggest reasons why most channels aren't growing coming up.
What are I? Wow.
This video is brought to you by LearnVideo.live, a 1-hour online masterclass on how to grow a highly influential and profitable YouTube channel this year. On this free training, you'll learn the proven strategies and current best practices for growing your subscribers and creating passive income with YouTube. To register for free, just go to LearnVideo.live. Hey, what's up? Sean here.
Benji here.
And this is Video Influencers, help you build your influence, income, and impact with online video.
On this channel, we have weekly tips videos as well as interviews with some of the top influencers on this platform. So if you're new here, consider subscribing.
So we asked what your biggest challenges were with YouTube, and Mike's question was asking for tips for starting from 0. So let's jump into it.
Tip number 1, just get started. It's so important not to wait for all the answers. We're flattered that you're watching this video, but you need to upload your own videos so you can have something for people to subscribe to. And secondly, you need to learn what it takes to make compelling content that will get people to want to be going to your channel.
Totally. And always remember that your first videos are going to be your worst videos. You know, I remember the first video on Benji Man TV.
Hi everybody.
Hi guys.
It's me, Benji.
Or the first video on Sean Thinks.
All right, so this is, I guess, the first Sean Thinks vlog.
And while those videos weren't that great, we think they're awesome because they were part of our journey to learning YouTube. So just get started and get your first video uploaded as soon as possible.
Tip number 2, tell people about your channel. You know, your friends, family, those are gonna be your best supporters when you're just starting out, and you need to share it with them that you're starting a YouTube channel. You know, oftentimes people have at least a couple hundred friends on their Facebook page, which would be perfect people to be your first subscribers when you're just starting out.
Absolutely. And your goal here is not to spam anybody, and not all of your friends or family are even going to care, but think about starting with your network. And also think about putting links to your YouTube videos in your Instagram bio, posting on social media. You need to let the world know that you're posting YouTube videos. Do this a lot, do this everywhere, talk about it all the time. Put some passion around your vision for YouTube and tell some people.
Another example of this is going to clubs, events, even places that you go to shop. For example, I'm really into food, and when I first started my food channel, the supermarket that I went to, I would tell the clerk about my channel because I was vlogging it, and they're like, oh, that's so interesting, let me go check it out. So oftentimes people physically in front of you in the places where your content makes sense could be your first subscribers.
Tip number 3 when you're starting from scratch is really understanding that having a focused niche is a lot more powerful than having a general channel. The reality is, if you try and reach everybody, you're gonna end up reaching nobody. And so you really want to define who is your target audience. You know, what are they interested in? If you have a gardening channel, then it's people interested in learning gardening. But people who are not interested in gardening won't care, but that's good. Start small in order to get big, and really take some time. Maybe even pull out a piece of paper or a phone and write down an answer to this question. Why would people be interested in the content? Like, what value will it have to a specific audience? The second thing you want to define is, what is your value proposition to that audience? Now, if you have a cooking channel, you want to deliver valuable cooking tutorials to that audience, right? So what is your value proposition?
You know, so many of you are trying to emulate some of these more famous YouTubers, these creators who have been around that have millions of subscribers, not understanding that it is hard to be them right away. You want to focus on a niche type of content that's very specific, because it's going to be the easiest for people to find you as a new channel because they're interested in that same type of content. And that's where you're going to have the best success, the quickest success to gaining subscribers.
And you know, I think this is a great example of this. There's a recent article in Bloomberg that was actually describing the struggle of smaller creators trying to make it on this platform. And it talked about a vlogger named Asher who decided that he was going to vlog every single day about his life at college and vlog his, opinions, his day-to-day life, what he's eating. And we can actually look at the numbers. After 180 uploads, Asher has 174 subscribers and 10,000 views. So he's grinding, but it's not really growing that fast because it's general. It's trying to reach everybody, and it's just kind of a vlog. You're trying to get people interested in your life. I'm not that interested. I can't watch 1,000 people's different lives personally. But let's look at Renee, who's actually somebody who's been a part of the video influencers community. He started a focused channel on cooking, and not just cooking, on Whole30 recipes. So the power of having multiple niches, in fact, we have a video talking about double niching. We'll link that up on the YouTube card and put it in the description below. When you really get specific, that's where your power is. So Renee actually only uploaded 9 videos. He's been busy, so he hasn't uploaded in like 6 months or almost a year, yet he had 9 videos, 323 subscribers and 22,000 views. And guess what? His channel keeps growing because people keep finding his videos and keep seeing his content because of focus.
Tip number 4, engage. This is so important to do and remember to do because it's not necessarily about the video that you upload. This is something you do after you upload your video or maybe before or during. Go to other people's videos. comment. Go on social media, find the people that are interested in your type of content and vibe with them. Comment back, reply back, answer questions. Don't like just straight up ask for the subscribership. Add value some way. You know, one of the important things about YouTube in the early days was it was a small community and people were supporting each other, and that's how people grew so quickly. Because you're supporting other people, they might want to support you. If you do it enough times, people are going to be like, oh, I wonder what this person's all about. Especially if you have a dope avatar, your name is compelling, they're going to your channel, and if you got videos uploaded that are interesting, specific, they're more than likely to subscribe or at least watch your videos.
And we kind of like to call this hand-to-hand combat on social media. This is one-to-one. And what we are not recommending is don't go on people's channels and say sub for sub. Don't go on people's channels and just blatantly self-promote your channel. What you want to do is go on channels and add valuable content and valuable tips to the current conversation. That's also why it's powerful if you have a niche. If you've got a focused cooking channel, you can go onto other cooking channels, share tips, share your favorite spices, share your favorite perspective on how you like to cook things. Not in a spammy or pushy way, but if it's valuable, that comment will get thumbs up, and you actually get discovered based on the algorithm of the comments on YouTube. The same is true. Search Twitter hashtags. Get into conversations with people. Go to the hashtags around the events of your niche. If you're in cryptocurrency, go into the cryptocurrency communities and engage with people. If you're in tech like me, I talk about the latest cameras on forums, on Twitter, on hashtags, and then people can check out my profile and see like, oh, this guy reviews tech as well. He reviews cameras. So spend some time doing this, and we mean put in the work. Don't just spend 5 minutes a day. Early on, the people who break through, they take every spare second, and they do some at night, they do some in the morning, they do some at lunch. They put in the time to build their channels one subscriber at a time.
Tip number 5, focus on the YouTube fundamentals, which reminds me of a quote from Michael Jordan himself. Focus on the fundamentals and the level of everything you do will rise. Which is a great quote from one of the greats of NBA history that applies to every industry and definitely on YouTube. So ask yourself, are you doing the basic things? Are you focusing on a good title? Are you focusing on a good thumbnail? Are you tagging your videos? You know, oftentimes when people start, they discount things like tags and they're not properly letting YouTube know what's inside of their content. So you've got to do this. I can tell you this, every YouTube success story starts with basics.
Absolutely. And if you didn't know about some resources available for this, there is a lot to learn, but even YouTube has put together the Creator Academy or the Creator Playbook, and we'll put links to those in the description below. Study the
Don't wanna hide the truth. I wanna shelter you. I wanna shelter you. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. Don't wanna hide the truth.
Yeah? One sec. Yeah? Okay. Can I bring my iPad? Okay, come in. Nowhere to hide. I'm shouting out to you. I'm shouting out to you.
Quite sure your father said no more gadgets at the table.
I know, but I'm just making a thumbnail for my YouTube vids.
And then gadgets off.
Yeah.
Good.
Are you okay? Doesn't matter. Not all of it fell.
Well, you've got dinner.
Oh. You can have some. You can have my chips.
No. It's fine.
What do you mean? It's
What do you mean? They're having. I don't know. Nobody really needs them. It's the sausages, but luckily they were stuck to the pan. Apart from one, so one will go in the bin. The rest. Stupid of me, wasn't it?
Nah, it's not.
Sorry.
It wasn't. Don't wanna hide the truth.
So you get an extra sausage, but you do have to eat your chips.
Yeah, I will when it's hot. When it's cold, I mean.
Oh yeah. So I couldn't catch it as it was falling.
Yeah.
It's a waste of chips, isn't it?
It's very dead tips, isn't it? Kind of, not really. A bit, yeah. Well, yeah. Nowhere to hide the truth. I'm shouting out to you.
Louis,
Yeah?
I have broken Fortnite.
How? How? Yeah, how?
Actually, no, I'm gonna use this. This is how. Double SMG.
What do you mean double SMG?
No shotgun, just double SMG.
And?
It breaks the game. You actually cannot stop it. I mean, I don't have any mats, but it does not matter. I have the two things I need in life. Sniper and then a drum gun. And I mean, I could do with some more ammo, but there are more important things. Oh, really? I need my cooler.
Oh, look at this sausage. Mom, look at that. Mom, look at that. That's what it looks like.
I know what you're saying.
How do you save this?
How did you use that sniper? Literally, I was shielding out in the open and someone tried to snipe me and missed.
Abby, dinner. Louis, knife and fork.
I'm finishing that, Mum.
Peas and corn.
Yeah. Oh.
Why is someone still stuck in me? Don't think to see right. Oh no, that fight, my water got destroyed in there. God damn it. How come no one has any medium bullets for me?
Who's speaking to, Abby?
Oh Jesus, I did not do that.
Abby, who you speaking to?
No one.
Oh.
I've got 15 HP baller. 59 HP baller even. Point is, I've got a low HP baller. How have I missed that? nowhere to hide the truth. I'm shouting out to you. Lou,
Yeah?
I'm in a toxic situation. In a brawler that doesn't have, barely has any health. With 142 HP, what do I do? Looking at the circle as well.
Stay in your brawler, but also stay on the high ground.
Oh, there's a fight.
Don't go for it.
I ain't that dumb.
If you want to, you can use it as bait and snipe anyone who tries to tries to get it. You almost took damage.
Did I? Oh my god. I'm gonna try and get onto that hill, but... Oh, reference.
Happy?
There goes a health. Should I stay here and not go for anyone?
Hey, passive, no! Stay in the baller.
Someone's shadowed, so... Don't know if you might go for me.
You're safe in the baller, Harvey.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, launch. No,
Then you... They're bad.
huh?
They're not good.
Yeah. No, me shut up. Oh, it's the end of my baller.
Good. Just keep yourself protected and go and be the first one to get to the circle.
I can't.
Why are you building up?
Keep going from there.
You kind of could have.
I was on the opposite side of the sun. Oh, he was so low! No! Okay, that guy probably could have got there.
You could have trapped him in the storm at least.
That's not right.
Nowhere to hide the truth.
Mum, can I just check what I've got here?
Yeah. Put the hot water on. Before bed. Up to you. And before I go out, not sure when Esty calls me or texts me.
Alright, so first off, no homework tomorrow. Second, I'm going to do my computing bit. So in that thing, I'm going to do some computing homework today. First, I'm going to start on
Is that because of playing video games?
Shut up.
Is it?
Shut up.
Is it?
No, obviously not.
Whose was last time?
Just doing some work. Louis, other than change your sensitivity, because everyone else that I watched or talked to, I said not to do that.
Did you ask him guys if
I even asked the coach. And he was like, maybe up it a little bit.
Yeah, baby.
However, do not go.
No. I mean, you don't have to, but like, if for normal stuff, then don't up it. But if you want to improve your flicks, up it.
Now, do you have any tips for aim? Or maintaining high ground?
Maintaining high ground.
Not getting it, because I can do that.
Once you've got the high ground, and you can see where they're building.
Just spray?
No.
Gadgets off and eat dinner.
Me.
Gadgets off.
Either build over them with triple ramps, or just block them with pyramids or floors. Sausages are the nicest. Sausages are the nicest.
Ghostbusters. Your own balls. What are you gonna leave me for?
It's a magical party, high in the sky, unlike the stone, you know, we keep God.
Sorry? Okay. By the way, when are you actually going out?
Oh, yeah, Colin, you're not going to tell me. Oh, wait. Nowhere to hide the dishwasher. Nothing. I get a wig on. I did get a wig on.
Do you two understand you've got to be in bed by 9?
You said 9:30, didn't we? You did?
Listen, the free is 9. Lights out at 9:30.
Okay.
In today's Minecraft video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this. A very odd and very small house that you literally have to swim or crawl through. It's only 1 block tall. You can go in and out and have the base completely hidden. Let's take a look at how this is done. In Minecraft 1.14, one of the weirdest and most wonderful features has been added, and it involves a trapdoor. Observe. If I open the trapdoor and stand next to it, and then right-click it to close it, it pushes me downwards. And it looks absolutely silly. It looks the most silly thing I've seen in Minecraft in a long time. You don't move at all. Normally when you're standing up, there's like a little bit of movement. You can see your arms sort of sway side to side. But not on here. You're completely still. But what this means, being able to crawl along the floor, is that we can make a base that's only 1 block high. I think this is a very unique place for a starter base, and I figured out a way to make it completely hidden. So, let's begin. The first thing that you're going to want to do, to make it hidden, shall we say, let's do the 1 high bit later. To make it hidden, you're going to want to find a cliff that looks a little bit something like this, with an overhang of a couple of blocks or so. Choose where you want your entrance to be, so I'm going to make mine here, and then mine out a few blocks so we've got some space to work with. But let's leave this part for now that we know where our entrance is going to be, because we're actually going to have to dig down a little bit underneath as well. Now the redstone we're going to do here is incredibly simple and not too difficult to get your hands on. All you're going to need is 2 pistons, one that goes right here, and this is because if you stand here, a piston will do the exact same job as a spruce door. It will push you down, like so. The second one is going to be right here, because that's where the block extracts from. So you can imagine what happens. The redstone is going to activate, that's going to come down, that's going to extend, and you'll be able to go inside the base, and then it will close behind you. But how do we activate it without anything being seen? Well, for this, we're going to use a pufferfish detector. And in order to make this a lot easier to see, I'm actually going to take this out into the open so that you can see and copy the redstone much easier. It should make this a lot faster as well. So now that I've taken it above ground, so much easier to see, what we're going to do is make the entrance exactly where we were, and we're going to add the piston in, right here where we said, and the one down here as well. Now we just need to learn how to connect this all up. And like I said, we're going to use a pufferfish detector. So the reason that you need this overhang is because there is a little bit of redstone being hidden. So something like that, which was completely naturally generated or somewhere like that, is perfect for this kind of door. So when you make your pufferfish detector, all you need is a half slab and a couple of tripwire hooks. You put the bucket of pufferfish right in here, and then a string above it. Now I'm in creative mode, so this guy isn't going to hurt me. I think you should save the pufferfish bit right to the end if you're doing this in survival. Just a little tip. Now this is going to be our activator. Now all that needs to be done is for us to link up this tripwire hook to the 2 pistons in the correct way. So let's start with the bottom one, which is a little bit more difficult. We need a redstone repeater right in front of it. We need to activate that so that it starts extended. And then we need to lead this all the way up here. But remember, the entrance to your base needs to be completely hidden. So if you make a tunnel past all the redstone, it keeps it nice and safe. But overall, very, very easy to do. There we go. And then all we need to do is the same here. So that's it for the redstone. There's probably a million different ways to make this redstone better. This is green redstone, if you like. So all we've got to do now is walk up to it. You hear the pufferfish. It activates the redstone. It pushes you down and reveals the entrance. And you walk in, or crawl in, this weird space. This is so cool. I never thought that you'd be able to do that in Minecraft. And then when you get far enough away, the pufferfish goes smaller, and then it all gets hidden again. Now all I need to do is place all of this over there. Okay, so I've copied it in over here, just that exact same design, and I've made it work here. So if I stand right in the correct spot, it pushes me down, and then I can walk in. You do have a little bit of a tunnel, but we'll come back to a feature that we can make use of later on. So now let's talk about the actual design of this very, very strange base. So let's make a few rooms like we would normally. I believe that in this base we can include absolutely everything that we would in a full-sized base, if you like. And you don't even have to worry about mobs spawning because they can't spawn in this space, but you will want some light so that you can see. So I think the first thing that we're going to do is make a couple of rooms. And you don't have to have it all on the same level. We can actually have a staircase. The second, however, that you make 2 blocks in this base, you will immediately stand up, which is really annoying. So you have to do this, where you just get a trapdoor and you push yourself down. But yeah, it's really annoying, so be careful about that. But the way that we end up doing a staircase is by using snow, one of the only blocks that actually goes up in increments of pixels, which is really useful. So we'll have to create a few of these in order to make just a step down, because if we have a slab here, it means that we'll end up in the crouching phase, because you can actually crouch under things now, which is, I'm so glad that they added this. So you need to add a few at a time. I think you can go up 2 pixels at a time, maybe even 3. So hopefully that will work. We'll have to test it to find out. So to test this, we go down, we can fit through here. Now this is a full height, so we might need to add a slab in there for that to work. And it might take a little bit of a trial and error. And then this will probably make me crouch, so I'll add another one there. And there we go. We've got a fully crouching staircase all the way down. So all of that, 4 blocks, just to go down 1 layer. So to be honest with you, it might be a lot easier to just have it all on 1 level. But we'll have 2 rooms just for the sake of this video. I do feel a little bit like a sewer rat. So what I think we're going to do is change this stone to something a bit more bright, so it feels less like a cave. However, there are many styles you could use for this, literally any block you like, but I do recommend keeping them all the same. So I think what we're going to change this to is a lighter block, maybe a concrete of some kind. This might take a little while, but ultimately this base is so small and so compact. Building this takes no time at all, which is why I'm saying this works as a starter house. The only difficult thing to get your hands on is a pufferfish. And even that you can find with a little bit of exploring. Okay, so now that we've got the entire base all looking nice and bright, it doesn't look just like a cave anymore, let's talk about how we can decorate this and make it actually like any other base. The first thing is storage. Now, if we placed a chest here, obviously that wouldn't work, because you'd place it down and you wouldn't be able to open it unless you put something above it like a staircase or a slab. But we don't need that anymore because we have barrels. This doesn't fit in with our concrete theme. However, if we place some barrels down like this, that takes care of all of our storage needs pretty much, because you don't need any space to be able to open them. We can decorate it in any way that we like. We can add item frames like we would anywhere else. We can even add some paintings. Now, you don't actually have to put end rods like this. There are other ways of lighting it without ruining anything. So what you can do is place end rods like so, and you won't stand up underneath them. I don't really know why, but you don't. So this gives the illusion that there's more space without actually having that problem. You could even create just a whole line of these, but I imagine you might stand in the middle here. So wouldn't recommend that at all, and now I'm stuck again. There we go, so that takes care of some storage and some lighting. You can even decorate your base with some carpet if you want to. Not that you really don't need any more space on here, but you can add a carpet to make it seem, well, even smaller. Of course, there's even more things that you need in a base, and one of those is enchanting. Now, you can fit this in even if it is a bit awkward to set up. So you will need your enchanting table in the middle, and then you need to surround it with bookshelves as you would normally, but in a bit more of a inconvenient way. Like so. And then I'd recommend adding some lights, but maybe for this one, what we can do is use some lanterns, which actually hang in here quite well. You could either hang them from the roof and they hover just a tiny bit, or you could just place them on the ground. It's entirely up to you. Now, just to prove that this gives you all of the levels of enchanting, if I put a diamond axe in here, I just need some lapis and there's enough for it. So, absolutely fine with this design. It just doesn't happen to fit in with my style. So that takes care of enchanting, which is a big thing, storage, lighting, and decoration. Very, very big things. But there are even more that we can fit in. So let's go downstairs, shall we? One block. Of course, one of the big things that you would want in your base is a nether portal. And this is actually a big thing because you can't actually make a nether portal that's just this big. So you've got to, unfortunately, make a full-size one, but then kind of just block it off, and I'll show you a little trick so that you can still use it. Now, obviously, I would like this centered, so I'd love the nether portal to be here in the middle. However, it will work best if you put it off to the side, and that will make sense in a minute. So, I've got my nether portal here, and going in, super easy. It's coming back that's the issue. So once we go back into the nether, obviously we start standing up, so we've got to figure out a mechanic to get back down there. What I would recommend doing is blocking off the back end of it, and then having one trapdoor maybe in the middle, and then you can walk in and then you push yourself down like so. Actually, let's change that to birch so it matches everything. And this acts pretty much as you would expect. So if we add the nether portal back, we go in, we do whatever it is you do in the nether, we go back, and then we use the trapdoor to go back down into our base. Perfect. Now obviously if you want to hide that, you might be better off hiding it just round the corner or something like that. Other things that you might want to do are pretty simple. So you might want to add some farms in. Other things you might want to do that make this place a bit more survival friendly. Now I do imagine that no one's going to make a full scale base because moving around here is so slow. But as a starter base, as a very quirky thing, I think it's actually really, really cool. You don't need any full size for crops. You can have crops down here just like that, and you can create a pretty cool looking farm of whatever you want, basically. Now, there is actually a little bit of an issue if you want a bed. Because if you have a bed and you sleep in it, when you come back, you will suffocate. So if you do want to set your bed here, I recommend making a full-size bedroom and then a trapdoor to go with it, which kind of ruins the effect a little bit, don't you think? And then with the leftover space, you can add any of the extra blocks that you might need in your day-to-day, and you can access these because you don't need the full scale. The only one that you do is the ender chest, and of course that is very, very useful. So what you need to do for the ender chest is actually add a slab over the top like so, which is a little bit annoying, but also not the end of the world. You can make it work, or an upside down staircase or something like that. Doesn't really hurt anything, but that's pretty much it for this design. So let's go back outside and do a full tour. Okay, so I've hopped into survival mode, and this is the full hidden 1 block tall house. So you go into your allotted position where you know where the pufferfish is. It pushes you down, you head inside through a short tunnel, and there is one actual improvement we could do here. You add a pressure plate here and a dispenser with speed 2 potions, or you add a beacon nearby, it's up to you. Either way, it makes it just a little bit quicker when you're looking around. And then you welcome to my humble abode. So you crawl around, you can see all the storage in the form of barrels, you've got an ender chest, painting for decoration, we've got the enchanting table, we've got lights everywhere, and if we go downstairs we have a nether portal, all of the blocks you might need for crafting, and a little farm to go with it. This is an incredibly unique house, and I'm very, very excited to show you all. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. It is the silliest thing. It looks like I'm swimming through my house, Obviously this house is 1 block high, but you can go 1.5, and this is even more hidden. Because unfortunately, when you're crawling along the floor, players can see your name tag, which doesn't make much sense, but they can't while you're crouching. So, if you want to see a 1.5 truly hidden house, let me know in the comments. How do I get out? I guess that is truly the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun experimenting with this design, and I think this is an excellent mechanic. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
That's my asshole.
Right. I want you to brush your teeth, please.
One sec.
gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6. Today, we're starting things off in a giant mess of stuff. This is a mess, this is a mess. What even is this? Like, what? How did it get this bad? What is this over here? This is a mess. This is me and sand that is collected, and then just empty shopping boxes. This is a mess as well. It is, yeah, very messy. This is a mess. This right here is definitely a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. What is this? It's a mess. It's a mess. It's redstone on cobblestone. What? This is also a mess. This is a mess as well. Yeah, all of this garbage is just inconsistent.
Two rather dirty pairs of pants in your laundry. Well, I'm hoping now we're going to be clean.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think we discussed these two pairs anyway.
Oh, it's a telescope. Let's see if we can see. What is going on here? This is creepy. What am I looking at? Let's just get into someone's living room. Oh, there's a guy in a chair. A cat. What is Red Dog's head? There are lots of heads here. What is this? This is scary. I think you all see where I'm going with this. A lot of the things in this hard construction side is just a giant mess. Now, jokes aside, this over here is actually Mambo's redstone for the order button that he installed yesterday. And yeah, I think this is fully functional. It is sort of weird to build redstone on cobblestone, but each to their own, I guess. And yeah, I mean, the important thing is that it works because no one is going to be back here except maybe me and Mumbo. We have to fix things because someone has been pressing too many buttons. But yeah, I think that is all working, and I think we can now use this button here to place orders. Whenever we make our selection, we can then click this button, and that will make the order, and the minecart will appear here. At least in theory. I'm not going to do it because, well, it's Mumbo's installment, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to get like, I need to fix it, and I don't want to fix it because it's not mine. But what I do want to fix that's not just mine is all of the mess over at the construction site, because this really, I really feel like this hinders us from, this can't save me. What on earth? Sleep in a bed before baddies save me life. Okay, I really thought that was a lot worse. There you go. As I was saying, this I really feel hinders us from continuing to like develop our inside, because it's not done. Like, Ian seems to think that the building part is done, but I think there's still more rooms to be added. And for goodness sake, light your stuff up. You're not green, are you? Right, so what we need to do in order to clean this up is to have somewhere to put all of this. And I figured we can maybe knock 2 flies in one hit. I don't know if that's actually an expression, it's something we say in Sweden. It's sort of flurien spell. But I don't know if that's actually something that you say in English, but it sounds okay, I guess. Now what I'm going to do is this must be Mumbo's inside. Yeah, okay, that's also a mess. This is how I live, by the way. I guess Mumbo's staircase did just random. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's a mess. Anyway, as I was saying, what I think we're gonna do is while you're using the enter because it goes with the rest of it. And is that going to be? Yeah, that's actually going to be pretty well aligned with the entrance. So the entrance to this place is right here. So what I'm proposing is we have this wall going all the way up to the layer there. Maybe we could put glass there so that we can look into it. That would be cool. But the
Louis, you've got to move. Your brother's going to have a shower and stuff. I don't want you in there. Come on, big.
Oh, can I just like move a bit to the back? I'll be peeking my head up there.
Right, look. Wash this. I'm going out in a minute.
I know. Told me.
Esther just called. Nigel going to give us a lift. I have my phone with me if you need me.
Okay.
Your brother's going to have a shower while I'm out.
Yes.
No, I don't want that. What that means is you are in charge. If anything happens to him in the shower, you phone me. Steve's bum. Oops. Right, look, you get into bed. Look at that. I wouldn't want to get into that.
Yeah, with no Wi-Fi. Sorry?
It's got Wi-Fi.
There's none! No joke! It's literally zero.
What's going on, guys? How we doing? Today we're going to be talking about 25... Oh wait, no, it's not 25, never mind. Today we're going to be discussing 10 worst types of Brawl Stars players. A few months ago I made 10 types of players, but, as usual, there's always more types, especially
like you did last time.
Anyways, before we get into the video, I just wanted to mention that, I kind of did this thing where you make merch, you know? After so many years of people asking, I finally did it. And I don't expect anyone to buy any, but hey, I'm starting things off simple, and if you want to support the channel, then that's a great way to do it. More designs will be coming as the months go by, so stay tuned for those. Links will be down below, and also in the top right corner right here. Anyways, there's also a giveaway going for the month of May. Yes, free things. More details will be at the end of the video, so I don't take up any more of your time, so let's get right into it. The teamer. Yeah, the people who tame. I knew I had to include this one, because if I didn't, what am I doing? This is one of the worst types of players in the game. They only care about one thing in the game, and that's themselves and winning. Wait, that's two things. Now, this was addressed in the latest update, but that doesn't mean you can't team anymore. Like, it's still possible, and you join a match, either you see someone spinning to let you know, hey, let's team, or you see two people ganging up on you, like, the hell, I thought this was a solo. Clearly, two people in a solo have a clear advantage, and I'm not saying you guys do it as well, I'm just saying, if you do, just think about other people first, you know? The Rager. I don't know why I said it like that, but it sounds cool. The player who literally goes nuts when losing. Well, not literally nuts, because that'd be kind of weird. Imagine a person turning into a nut. Well, actually, isn't that how babies are made? Just like being a nut first. Anyways, wow. Off topic. You ever see someone rage so hard you start questioning if they're okay? Not even kidding. I am also guilty of this, just not for Brawl Stars. But in 2016, I ended up breaking an iPad because I lost a match right before hitting 4K. Yes, 4K. At the time, 4K was a big deal and whatever. But anyways, Rager. If you're a Rager, you might not want to have
Did you watch my goal?
Device. It just gets out of hand sometimes.
My goal. Oh yeah, sure.
The auto-aimer. The guy that never...
After all that time, you just
oh, this to aim. You know, auto-aim is cool, it's easy to use, it's simple, but it also can't be relied on. Auto-aim was made for close interactions, times when you don't have time to actually aim. As always though, there's some people who only use auto-aim like it's some type of auto-aim bot. It's not an aim bot, alright? Most auto-aimers learn sooner or later that actually trying to aim is better because it's better. You know, you actually get to see where you're going. I suggest if you're stuck in this habit, simply just use a long run like Piper that forces you to actually aim.
It's not even 9.
You're aiming. Just switch over to a medium range brawler up until you get to like.
I mean, I'll go to bed now, but I mean, no, I'll brush my teeth now. But why do I have to go to bed? Why do I have to go to bed?
Tight situation. Yes, I'm in a very tight situation. Sorry.
Wait, so do I have to get in my bed?
Your teammate has their super ready, doesn't use it to help.